Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something that seems, well, pretty basic on the surface, asking about prices. When you're shopping in English, we're looking at a beginner-friendly guide that tackles this. Our mission here isn't just to list the phrases. It's more about digging into how this guide teaches these things. We want to pull out the key insights about language learning itself, really. Give you a shortcut to understanding how foundational skills get built.
Yeah, and what's really interesting, I think, is just how much practical value is squeezed into this simple interaction. Asking how much seems trivial, right? But mastering these basics and understanding how a guide helps you do that, well, that's fundamental for confidence, for navigating new places.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
So the source material we looked at, this guide, it sets up a scenario. You've got a shopper, the guy calls him Alex, in a little shop, buying normal stuff. And yeah, it covers how much is this and how much are these. But it's how it presents them. It structures it, mixes in the money words, the politeness.
Exactly. The guide is quite specific in what it wants you to learn, but the method is key. Like, it doesn't just give you a list, money, dollar, rupee, price, cheap, expensive. It puts them straight into dialogues, little conversations you can actually imagine having. So you get the context immediately. And another really smart thing is the focus on polite phrases.
Like, can I have this one, please?
Precisely. Or, I'll take two. Things like that. It might seem small, but beginners often make the mistake of being too direct in English, sounding a bit abrupt, maybe unintentionally impolite. So the guide is kind of subtly teaching cultural norms alongside the words.
Right. So it's more than just the dictionary definition. It's the social bit, too. I also noticed how methodical it was about singular versus plural items, constantly showing how much is this for one thing and then how much are these for more than one. What's the thinking behind that specific contrast, do you think?
Oh, that's a classic effective technique. Contrasting this and these for prices, it uses what educators sometimes call minimal pairs. It takes a common grammar hurdle, singular versus plural, and drills it right there in a useful situation, asking for the price. So it helps lock in that basic grammar point really effectively early on. Same idea when it practices numbers for prices. It often uses scaffolding.
Scaffolding.
Yeah, like building up. Starts with simple numbers, maybe single dollars or pounds, then adds cents or pence, then bigger amounts. Ensures you're comfortable before making it more complex.
Okay, so it's building confidence step by step, not just throwing a load of information at you.
Yeah.
Carefully designed practice.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And it even included phrases for reacting to the price, like that's too expensive.
Right. Or, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah. What's the significance of adding those response phrases?
Well, again, it shows the guide's sort of practical intelligence. Giving you, that's too expensive, gives you, the learner, some agency, some control. You're not just passively asking for information. You can react, maybe negotiate slightly, or just state your decision clearly. It moves you beyond just being an information gatherer.
So it completes the loop, kind of.
Exactly. You ask, you understand, and then you respond appropriately, even if that response is, no thanks, too pricey.
Yeah.
It gives you the tools for a more complete, authentic interaction.
It really sounds like this guide does more than just teach words. It equips you for the real world, culturally, too. Okay, let's sort of wrap up the main takeaways here for you. So boiling it all down, what have we really seen here? We've looked closely at how a good beginner's guide teaches these shopping basics, not just what it teaches. We saw how it cleverly embeds words like dollar or rupee in real contexts. And that smart use of contrast, this versus these, to nail down the grammar. Plus, building confidence with those polite phrases and giving you ways to actually respond to the price.
Yeah, and if you step back and look at the bigger picture, analyzing how this guide works, it gives you a sort of toolkit for spotting effective learning resources yourself. It shows how these seemingly simple phrases, when they're taught thoughtfully with that cultural awareness, they really become keys to feeling more confident, more in control in a new language, a new place. It's about unlocking those essential skills through learning that's actually designed well.
And remember, the main insight we pulled from looking at our source wasn't just the phrases themselves. It was understanding how a resource like this helps you build real confidence for practical situations. Getting comfortable asking about prices, using numbers, handling money vocabulary, all that foundational stuff.
Which really leads to a question for you to think about. We've talked about asking for prices, but what other everyday interactions, the ones that seem really simple, if a learning resource really broke them down, helped you practice them thoughtfully, like this guide does, which ones would unlock the most confidence and ability for you in new situations? What stands out to you as that next small, crucial skill to really master? And what would the ideal help look like for learning it?